Vidal.
I'm Jorge Rodriguez.
And we're gonna explain to you how to go from
57 to 100.
real quick.
Albert? Okay. Okay, first we have two types of research. We have non-experimental and experimental. And from the non-experimental we have four types. The descriptive is the one where you show casual information, like how many apples does a cafeteria have, or how many people use a certain browser. You describe the characteristics of an existing phenomenon.
The next one is the historical. It's usually, the name says it itself. It's usually things from the past, like the beginnings of psychology and everything, like a timeline.
The correlational is when you use two variables to explain the relationship of certain things. For example, if I want to know how temperature affects the sales of ice cream, I will use correlational experimental research, non-experimental research.
And the next one is the qualitative. And it's usually used to examine behavior of political contexts or cultural contexts. And then we have the other two that are non-exponential. Not the ones that are... Bueno,
Genio! Genio!
We were joking, we were seeing if you were paying attention.
Psych, you thought. Dab. Now, we're gonna go to the true experimental. This one, like its name says, so you experiment, you make research, you see the effect, you analyze the stuff. For example, if I want to know how people are growing in height according to their age, I'm going to be testing this type of experiment or this type of situation. Or if I want to know if a fertilizer is better than regular soil, I will make an experiment and do the test and analyze the results.
The next one is the quasi. The quasi is used.
Quasi.
This one is used to test a relationship without having full control of what's going to happen next. It's really functional, so we recommend you to use that one too.
Now, these are the 6 types of research. Now we have the types of variables. We have 5 types of variables. First we have the dependent, the independent, controlled, the extraneous,
And the moderator.
moderate.
So to make it easier on you, we're gonna explain it by giving an example of a case.
First, the dependent.
No, that's mine. Okay.
The independent is a variable which, like, you make the process, the type of treatment. For example, if we're making an experiment of facial hair on the belly, we're going to make a treatment of how putting a certain cream or certain substance on people will make them grow belly hair. The independent variable will be the treatment given to the people. In other words, it is the one that it is manipulated so that the effects can be shown. We can make a group of people with the treatment and people without the treatment and see how the belly hair can develop.
Okay, so the dependent variable is the variable that shows if it has an effect, like if the substance is gonna make their hair grow, like a lot, or it doesn't. So it's the hair they grow.
No, I can make the control.
No.
Oh.
That's also mine. The control variable, it's related to a dependent variable, and it influences, which sometimes needs to be removed. So the control variable in this example is gonna be time. That's
That's a
a
clock.
clock. I am weird. Or like a donut. I don't know. Exactly.
Now,
That's
we have
why we
the-
complement each other.
That's why. Then we have the extraneous variable. That's also called training variable. So,
Oh,
independent variable. What happened? Okay. Now, we can do the extraneous variable is the training variable, the one that causes the problem. It can be, it can be, for example, in this case, the secondary effects of the treatment. It's something we don't want to see, and we don't want to analyze, but it is present and can affect the dependent and independent variables. So, for example, a secondary effect, it can be that it grows hair on the feet,
In the face.
in the face, or in the hair.
Okay, and the moderator, the example will be race or sex.
But what's a moderator variable?
Well, okay.
That's the question.
It's a variable that is related to a dependent variable or independent variable that has the impact on the dependent variable. So what we're going to use in this example is sex, meaning men or women.
But not that type of we're talking male or female.
Exactly. And that's how you go from 57,
To 100,
boom.
real quick.
Yeah.